Hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. Yes, hello everyone and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. Here we are at the start of August, and it is my 33rd birthday. And here we are with the 33rd birthday special. Yes, that's right, it's all the threes. 33, that's how old I am, getting really old now. But here we have a trio of terriers. Lots of T's there. And speaking of T's, we've got a TTS sound-fitted duck, which is that hissing sound in the background. And I also have this D-Tank Lionworks Collieries, which was a present, although I think a Christmas present from a few years previous. Many years previous, as it turns out. So I've got the select set up today because I'm going to attempt to get Duck to run. I did have a bit of trouble during the setup for this video, but hopefully everything's working now. So I've got Duck to run, he's on a nice Sodor freight train. I've got the coal train going down the branch, and of course I've got the teaks being pulled by the three terriers. I don't know how well that's going to work. I haven't tested that at all. And I haven't really worked the branch since the last video, so I don't know how that's going to work either. So, I'm here today with Alex the Desk, who I have a present for him to open, and then later on I think he's got one for me. Nothing's wrapped, of course, because that would be a waste of packaging. So, we're going to try and start with these trains, and I'll start with Duck, because he's the one that's been causing the most trouble so far. And we're going to go 08 select, because that's his number 8. If you're going by the TV series, not the radio series. And then we've got, we should probably have a whistle. And I like this one. There we go. So, we're now going to gently ease open the regulator and set them off. And hopefully he doesn't just randomly stop anywhere. So I've set it to about this speed here. But I think he may struggle on the hill over there, so just have to keep an eye out. And then we're going to start the terriers. I've got them on the old red knob because it's more powerful and they're all older motors. We've got Hornby, Thomas and Friends Stepney, Dapple Terrier, Developers Minories, and another Dapple Terrier as well. And nothing working. That one's turned on the unit or something. Oh, there we go. There we are, they're off and away. Oh, and Alex the Desk has been filming some stuff for his series, so you might notice a small change on the railway so far. I think his small change might cause a bit of an incident. So yes, we'll get some footage of those running. Right, as you can see, there's been a bit of a derailment. Pop these lads off the track for a moment. What's happened is Alex at the desk has fitted some very nice trees to the railway. The problem with that is that they overhang the railway more than I think he realised. So what we've actually done is we've crashed into a tree. So that's not a good start to special, is it? Right. It's this tree in particular. If we send him back that way, I'll pick up this foliage here so it doesn't get stuck in any engines. There we go. So yes, some of the things got to where they needed to be, but as you can see, nothing's arrived back here at Beaglington-On-Sea. Never mind, however, we're going to hand over to Alex at the desk, who's going to be opening something that I've got him for his birthday. So take it away, Alex. Yes, thank you, Alex. And it's a very happy birthday to him and to me. And I got a present from Alex, and it's here under the desk. And I'm going to show you what it is now. It is clearly a Hatton's box, and it is in fact a Hatton's Genesis coach. So I'm going to turn the camera around, I'm going to pop this on the desk, and we're going to open it up, and we're going to see what it is. So yes, here we have the Hatton's Genesis coach, and we can have a look at it around the front, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you can probably see it's in CIE livery. I'll tell you what it is after I extract it from the packaging. So, as you know, you might know if you've been watching the channel, I have the 4-pack of coaches that they did, and this is another coach that Alex kindly bought for me at the time and has been keeping for my birthday, which is really lovely of Alex. It's a nice thing to have, obviously, because when they went out of stock from the pre-orders, you know, you couldn't get more, and then mysteriously there were more, and they were really expensive, but this was bought with the 4-pack as well, so it wasn't scalped. So we can now look and see what it is. Take it off there, and we've got it here, and it is in fact the CIE dark green full break, which is a rather pretty thing. Now, yes, there it is. It looks really nice. And the product code I'll show you there is the H46FB 1701 6-wheel full brake in CIE dark green. I don't know if this is going to have the same issue as the other ones where it's rather light. And its rather light nature often causes them to derail quite a lot. I do know someone that's removed a center bogey, I think, before. I think they've added weight and it's worked fine. I don't know what it'll be like, to be honest. Hopefully it will be alright. It's just a really, really pretty thing. I'll bring it up to the camera and I'll put it in focus. You can see it's got the word guard written on it and the Urdinil CIE flying snail logo. And there's lovely raised handrails. Or grab handles, whatever you call them, just there. And there's handles here too. So yes, it's a really lovely coach. Obviously it's going to roll perfectly freely. The colour scheme matches the other ones that I've got, so I'll have a 5-coach rake, or I'll be able to run, say, a 3-coach rake and a 2-coach rake, or I could run this on its own with some freight wagons as a you know, a brake vehicle. So it gives me lots of scope, I suppose, to run it. But it's a really, really nice coach, and I hope that it will run okay. And we've got this instructions here, which just talks about roof removal and fitting lights and things, and removing the center wheel set, and nothing on the back. So we don't have to worry about that. And we've got these extra sort of football things here, which I won't need because my corners are quite tight. So yeah, that's a really nice present. So thank you very much, Alex, because it's nice to have another one of these coaches. It's not often that you get something in CIE livery, and yes, just a really nice model. So I'm really chuffed with that. So I'm actually going to give that to Alex, and I'll get him to get out the other CIE coaches, and we'll see if they can get it running with the CIE Holden tank. Hopefully it will be able to pull 5 coaches without derailment. That is if he can get the layout running properly, because I can see he's been having a few issues. But nevertheless, it's a lovely coach, and I'm going to enjoy seeing it run on the railway. And with that, I suppose I will hand back to the other Alex. Thanks for joining me at the desk. Join me later, where I'll open something that I've got for the other Alex. So bye for now. Yes, weirdly, due to unforeseen circumstances, I, Alex at the desk, am over here to do the running because Alex has gone to Tralee. So I've set up some trains. I've got the CIE Holden tank with the other CIE coaches to run with the new full brake. So yeah, that will be something nice to run. And I've got Davros, the improved Bachmann Junior 060 diesel to run with a blue train. And then I have a Freightliner Class 66-66-514 and the test train to run down the branch. I suppose they want to check the track works all right before they ballast it. Who knows? So yes, this will be the last running bit of this episode, but we'll come back with the birthday special part 2 after that when Alex gets back. So I'm going to run these trains now. So we're going to start with the Holden tank and hope that the railway works. I know there's no glue involved, so hopefully I shouldn't have too many problems. The CIE tank seems to be purring but not moving. I'm just checking it's the tank or the controller. Ooh, my glasses. I'll leave them off now, I suppose. What on earth is going on here? Does it work on this thing? Okay, so something is not right with this controller, or that could be a bit of a doozy. Alex comes back from Chile and finds I've broken the controller. Okay, maybe it's a connectivity issue. So that shouldn't be too difficult to fix. Oh, that's enough. Put the person down here. Come on. Right, they're off. They're off the rails already. They're very like those hat coaches, and now Dan Ross is going to set off. Yep, and so we get the class 66 here. There we go. Oh, normally Alex films a different sequence with the branch train, but Bob worked out eventually. Half the CIE coaches are on the viaduct. And there you are, I stopped the Freightliner diesel before I came off the track. Right, so let's get some footage of these trains running, as Alex would say. Right, well, let's stop these trains here. We're right to turn them off because that didn't go too well. But, you know, Alex isn't here, so it's just me. So thank you very much for watching. That's the end of this half of the birthday special. We'll be back with the rest of it. Hopefully everything will be more together, and you know, we'll have some big news. But for now, I suppose it's the end of this episode of Beaglington-On-Sea. So join us again for the rest of the birthday special next time. Thank you very much for watching. You've been a wonderful audience. I've tried to be a wonderful Alex at the desk in a different location. So see you next time. Don't forget you can like, comment, share, and subscribe. And there's also the subscribe bubble and the playlist thing. But until next time, ta-ra.